Here at Henkel, we want to be leaders in sustainability and we want to actively drive the transformation to a sustainable future. So we're always open to new ways to live this ambition. This is fundamental to our purpose, which is pioneers at heart for the good of generations.
I was involved in organising an external webinar on lab sustainability, and it was given by Dr. Una Fitzgerald of NUIG, and she talked about her My Green Lab journey, and honestly it was inspirational. We realised from that at home we're great at using reduce, reuse, recycle, but in the labs we've been doing things the same way for decades. So we brought it back to the management team, discussed it and said yes, this is something we should do.
We felt that the My Green Lab focus on building a culture of sustainability among lab scientists would help us improve our processes. Our sustainability strategy has the same pillars that My Green Lab works on: water, energy and waste. One of the big things for us was that we realised it was mostly based on behavioural change. We felt that once we encouraged people to change their habits, that it would be successful.
The initial assessment from My Green Lab was very helpful. It not only identified where we could improve, but identified specific actions which could help us do that. And we had a workshop with the My Green Lab representative where he came and met everyone in all the 4 labs, not just the champions, to discuss what we do and how we might improve.
One area it highlighted was waste, that if we put a domestic waste bin beside the sink, that our tissues would go there rather than the contaminated waste. It made us realise that small changes can have a very big impact. Another area was water. We realised that if we switched out our tap water for a water circulator, we could save up to 40,000 litres of water in our lab alone. We just need small actions and accountability to make a big impact with sustainability.
We set up a steering team which was a subgroup of the Sustainability Committee, and we were very much learning as we went along. We then identified 4 pilot labs which were representative of all of the activities on site.
We decided to take a ground-up approach because the best people to implement improvements in a lab are the people who work in the lab. So the steering team appointed 4 lab champions, 1 per lab, and they met regularly. They identified actions suitable to their own lab, with common actions as well, and we met with them regularly to review progress on the project.
My Green Lab provided great support from the get-go. They were always contactable. We had an Irish representative called Jack O'Grady, and they provided us with many templates and checklists throughout the process.
So you don't have to start off with any big changes. There's a lot of easy wins to be made. One of the easier ones we did was to put stickers on our fume hoods to remind people to lower them down, which saves a lot of energy. We also were able to change the tubing on our ion chromatography instrument to a smaller diameter, resulting in a 75% reduction in waste.
The My Green Lab has been a really positive experience in the lab. Everyone has been very accountable and made sure they played their part. There was a strong engagement from the team right from the beginning.
My Green Lab certification is considered the gold standard in laboratory sustainability. It hugely benefits the whole site. The process are a great way of making cultural and behavioural changes.
My Green Lab is really an awareness campaign. Sustainable changes that you can make in your lab in your working day, but also on your day-to-day basis at home. You don't have to do anything drastic. It's all about making small changes which can have a big impact.
Sustainability in our lab has been a focus, but it's been a focus on the formulation of the products we make to remove hazardous chemicals. We never before had focused on sustainability of the actions actually happening in the lab. That's what My Green Lab gave us.